Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna, I am an investment advisor, and today I would like to tell you how to find vocation. Actually, it is a very difficult question for a lot of teenagers. I am 20 years old and I am so lucky to find something that I really enjoy and for what I can spend the whole my life. It is very powerful words, but to be more detailed, actually I came to this profession very slow, and it was like a development of my skills and of my mind. I have my mother, and she works in financial system, and that is why I knew from the childhood that I would really like to have my own business. And of course, now I don't want to be economist, but the sphere of my expertise is very connected with economics and financial world. I study at university and I study subjects connected with finance. Economics, macro, micro, management, marketing, math, I don't know, there are a lot of statistics, investments, but this I study by myself. So at first time I made like a decision of starting working in investment world spontaneously, and I was not really sure, but in case it was like that. I had exam and I was able to talk with my teacher. He is a very good, great professional in economics, and I was the best, the best at that course, and I had the best results than my classmates. And so I was able to ask him for the future about magistry and work, and he told that he has a son and he works in this sphere. So I know that he is a broker. And then I finished our conversation, and the whole summer I tried to find like a job, and this job was not paid, of course, but it was very important for me, and I tried to find it. And I wrote books about stock market, but not this literature connected with stocks itself. It was about world of brokers and their way of thinking. There is a very good book, Liar's Poker, and I can really recommend you to read it, because there was mentioned a lot of ideas, a lot of ways how people work in this sphere, and maybe it is excessive, but in some cases, in reality, there is something in work in the investment world like them. So you can see some moments from that book in our real life now. And I was so inspired. I read a book like this. It was very fast, so I really liked it. And then I decided, oh, maybe I can try, and I wrote my teacher. He was able to communicate with a people who are the head of our country. So some people that studied with him, he was his teacher, they now work with a president of Russia. And that is why I think that this teacher would never give me such opportunity if he didn't see the perspective. And so he helped me and gave his son's telephone, and then everything was very difficult because I was at the first, at the second, at the in the beginning of the second level of degree, and I hadn't. I didn't have practice, I didn't work early, and so it was very difficult, and it was like a fantastic that I really was taken on the job. When I started working in the best company in our country, that was the only one that was connected with stock market, foreign stock market, and so our company was in the holding, part of holding that has stocks in NICE and Nasdaq. And I saw the CEO of this company. I communicated with him sometimes, twice. So I saw him and speak a bit twice, and so I was very happy. And then I started developing myself. I found out a lot of information about investments and stocks. And then my career vision changed, so I had more wish to know more. So I saw a lot of colleagues, I saw the level that you can't break, and I understood that I want to be investment advisor, not broker. So I understood that when you work with a very rich people, when you work with a man that are much older than you, they would not give you money for an idea. You, as a young woman in stock market, is like a startupper, because they don't really believe that you know a lot of things about stock market. And actually, I don't really like to be so involved in stock market, so I don't really understand technical analysis, but I made a lot of research analysis of fundamental part of this business, so I know how companies work, and I built financial models, analyzed a lot, I wrote articles about investments in space, about SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, and there were a lot of themes, so I published some articles in our magazine. Of course, there was no my name, but I helped a lot, and it was a very good experience. And now I understand that I don't really want to be so involved in writing sphere. I like to speak more, and it doesn't really matter. So I can do it in a very good level. And then I started be involving in business, in venture, and then I continue going to my passion, and I understood at one time that, oh, the whole investment world is so connected. All investment instruments and financial markets are in a logical development, in a logical зависимость from each other, and then when I saw my way of thinking, the most important thing that how I would like to develop, then I started to finding a lot of information about art business too, and I understood at one moment that I am like an expert in this sphere, maybe not great expert, of course no, but I have already made a lot of effort. I made a great contribution to myself in this sphere because I visited a lot of galleries. I was in our Tretikov gallery 7 or 8 times, and in other museums connected with art in Moscow more than 6 times, very often for each. And I visited a lot of museums abroad, in Uffizi, and it was a very famous museum in Italy, in Spain, in Barcelona, in London. I visited a gallery, the State Gallery in London, and so actually I understood that, oh, I was in this sphere, but I didn't see it like an investment. So then I decided to continue developing in this investment world. So my speech is about that it is impossible to find your vocation at one time. It is like a luck a bit, but it means that you should think about some spheres that is interesting for you, and then when you start working in this sphere, so I think that the best idea how to understand some sphere, you should go and work in this. Of course, it is more about way when you are a teenager, not when you are a professional person. Of course, you will not be able to work somewhere very often because you have already work in some sphere and you're an expert in this. So I don't really think that you should stop working and change your mind completely. So I think that the way how you should develop yourself now, if you're an adult person, you should try to think, oh, you don't really need to refocus. So you should be focused on some sphere, and then you should see opportunities that and try to find links between spheres that you like. So for example, I like stock market, real estate, and art. So how I can link them? So I develop not in 3 different spheres. No, I develop myself in one sphere, and there are some themes inside of it. So there are a lot of cases when you can combine some spheres and have a great product that is not in the market. So it is more about your wish, and that is why you, I think, don't really need to do like this, work here, then work there, then work there. No, I think that there are some cases when the very successful people did a lot of things, but in the reality, the percentage of people that are successful now, they spend the whole time in one sphere, so they are expert in some specific theme, and the whole life continue doing the same in some different ways, help them to be successful and rich. And so the main idea is that you don't really need to find something at the first time. If you like something, or when you like the concept, but you don't really like some part of your work. For example, I understood that I don't want to be a broker. Then you think how you can develop yourself and be in this sphere in a different way. And it is more about adaptation and how you can be flexible and how you can find ways that would help you to win this game.